Hey there, Cam here from Training Tilt. Welcome to this week's episode of Endurance Coaching Business. Training Tilt's an all-in-one coaching platform that helps endurance coaches get better results for their clients through their coaching, but also through their business, through our broad set of coaching and e-commerce tools. So part of running a successful business is making sure that you price your services appropriately. So that's what I'm really talking about today. And the concept I'm talking about is highest and best. So what do I mean when I say that? Highest is set your services at the highest price, and best is offer the best services. So I'm going to talk about pricing, how some coaches get it wrong and the reasons for that. And I'm going to talk you through a little framework, a matrix that I have created called the price effort pricing matrix for endurance coaches to explain that a little bit more. So let's get started. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see coaches making is underpricing their services. So I see it everywhere. Coaches promoting, and it's twofold. So coaches promote their service saying that it's a high quality service, but then they charge cheap prices. So cheapest and best? No. So there's no such thing as cheapest and best. It's highest and best. So the hard truth is you can't be the cheapest and the best. So if you're trying to offer the best for the lowest price, you're really just setting yourself up for long term. Might seem okay in the short term, but long term setting yourself up for burnout, dissatisfaction, and ultimately failure for the goals in your business. So here's why it doesn't work. High quality coaching and rock bottom prices don't mix. So if you try to maintain top-notch service while charging low prices, you'll quickly find yourself stretched too thin. The quality of your coaching requires time, energy, and resources to tailor programs, offer personalized support, and even keep yourself updated with the latest training methods. So you need margin for that, you need time. And when you undercharge, you can't afford to invest in these essential things, and that inevitably leads to a decline in the service you provide. So in the long run, both you and your clients suffer. So the thing is, good customers are realistic, and they can see that low prices are a signal of low quality. So regardless of how you pitch them, it's pointless to pretend that you can give the best of both worlds, because most of the time you'll end up with the worst of both worlds. So a couple of concepts. Lowest prices often means worst clients. So when you price your services too low, you end up attracting the clients who are more focused on getting a bargain than achieving their goals. So these clients will not fully appreciate the value of what you offer, and they'll be likely, this seems a little counterintuitive, but actually they'll be more likely to be more demanding, more difficult to please, and of course less committed to the training process because they haven't invested in much in it. So they often expect the world for a discounted rate, and you end up draining your energy and time with very little financial return if you haven't priced appropriately. So highest prices, best clients. So that's on the flip side. Clients who are willing to pay for top quality coaching or any product are more invested in their own success. So when they're willing to pay more, they already understand the value of what they're paying for, and they're easier to serve because they're more trusting of your expertise and more committed to following your guidance. So these clients are almost always more motivated, so they're more likely to see results, and they're also more likely to refer you to others who are similar to them and who will also appreciate your quality of coaching. So when you match high price to high quality, you not only attract better clients, but it also creates a more fulfilling, sustainable coaching business for you. So endurance coaching is a personal one-on-one service. It demands time and attention for each individual athlete, so you know that as a coach. And unlike mass-produced products, your costs don't decrease when you get more clients. So if you're going to invest in a certain level of effort for each client, it makes a lot more sense to charge a higher price than to keep your prices low. So by doing that, you can end up working with fewer clients while still achieving the same level of revenue. But that allows you to focus more on each athlete and then deliver the high quality coaching they deserve. So this is motivating for you as the coach as well, because when you price high, you put yourself under pressure to deliver. So pressure is always a catalyst for success. So here, if you're watching the video, you'll see my little matrix here, but I'll do, for those just listening to the podcast episode, I'll try and explain it as best I can. So it's a quadrant, and it's got 4 quadrants. On the x-axis is the effort that you put in as a coach to each client, and on the y-axis I've got price. So if we're looking at this now, the bottom left of the matrix is when you have a low price and you put in low effort. So if you are going to have a low price, this is really the only option that you have if you want to be sustainable long term, because you can't have a low price and high effort if you want you make your business work long term satisfaction, growth, and all of those things. So this segment is available, and it if you want to put yourself in that part of the market. But the problem with this is it's a race to the bottom. So everyone is just going to lower and lower prices until they're the cheapest. So this one, you get the worst clients, you get the worst results, and you get low satisfaction. So let's move straight up now to the low effort, high price. So this shouldn't be an option at all. Basically, I'm calling this a scam. You might get good clients, but you'll get poor results because you haven't put good effort in, and you'll get low satisfaction both from the client and yourself. If you're charging a high price but putting in low effort, you're not going to be happy with that. You're not going to be satisfied with what you're giving. So then let's move over to the bottom right of the matrix. So this is what I see most coaches do. So they put in a lot of effort for a low price. So this can work in the very short term, mainly because the coach is working so hard to make their clients successful. So for this one, you'll get okay clients, maybe you'll get okay results, but for you, the coach, you'll get the least satisfaction out of this because you'll be working very, very hard for little return. So I've labeled this one stressful and unsustainable. And then as we move to the top right hand corner of the matrix, this is where everyone wins. So high price, high effort. So you're charging a high price, so you're getting a good return, which means you can consistently maintain your high effort. Your motivation will stay up. You'll attract the best clients. You'll get the best results because you've got high effort and you've got committed clients, and everyone will get the most satisfaction out of this. So everyone wins. So this is where you really want to be. You want to be at the high price, high effort, highest and best. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. I know it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to maintain a low price, and there's a bunch of reasons why coaches do that, and it's not just the coaching industry, there's lots of service industries as well. So let's dive into a few reasons why coaches fall into this trap. The first is charging what they would expect to pay. So this is one common pricing mistake coaches make, is setting their rates based on what they themselves would pay rather than what their services are actually worth. So this mindset often leads to underpricing and valuing your own expertise. So as a coach, you're obviously deeply invested in your work, and you might have a different perspective on spending compared to your clients. So what you would pay for coaching isn't necessarily what your ideal client would pay. Actually, it shouldn't be. And many athletes are willing to invest significantly in their training if they believe it'll help them reach their goals and they're willing to do that with a coach. Second reason is lack of confidence and fear of rejection, and this is something that's often hidden by other reasons or excuses, but the reality is this is probably one of the biggest reasons why coaches don't price high enough. So imposter syndrome, it's real and it hits coaches hard. If you're not confident in the value you provide, then you might not think that you deserve to charge a high price. But then underpricing will undermine your business and your confidence even further. So remember, your knowledge and experience and the results you deliver are worth more than you might think they are. So it's easy for coaches to convince themselves that they want their services to be accessible, but this is probably just a trick that you're playing on yourself, a bit of a crutch to protect your ego and avoid failure and rejection. So I think it's important to take a hard look at that and be really honest with yourself about your pricing. And are you really just trying to be accessible, or are you not confident enough to price appropriately? Another reason is market comparison. So you're looking at what other people are charging, what other coaches are charging. So it's easy to look at that, and then you feel pressure to match or undercut their prices. But this comparison really takes into account the difference in experience, specialization, the type of clients you're going after. So if you think of your coaching as unique, don't dilute it by trying to compete on price. Again, that's like a race to the bottom. Instead, use the comparison as an advantage by pricing yourself significantly higher than your competitors. So then this will be a signal to the best clients that your services are head and shoulders above the others. So like I was saying before, pricing is a signal of quality. So if you price low, the signal is that the quality is low. If you price high, then the signal is that the quality is high. Now, of course, you have to deliver on those, but that's a whole different story. So yes, don't compare yourself to the coaches around you and think that you need to price down where they price. The other one is comparing your coaching services to other products on the market. For example, template training plans or coaching apps that allow athletes to coach to be self-coached using either AI or generated programs or things like that. So this is another reason why coaches often underprice their services, because they're comparing themselves to these different things, these template plans, automated coaching apps that are very low cost. So it's tempting to lower your prices to compete with these services. But this approach only really invites unfavorable comparisons, because when you price your services too close to these automated options, then the potential clients will start to compare you. So if you're only priced slightly above, then they will see that as a signal as that you're just a slightly better version of a pre-made plan or app. So then they'll start comparing. They're like, oh, that's cheaper, I might as well just go with that. So instead, again, you should set your prices higher to reflect the personalized hands-on guidance and expertise that only a dedicated coach can provide, because regardless of these other AI platforms, whether they can prescribe training well or not, that is only a very small part of coaching. So you need to clearly separate yourself from these more impersonal one-size-fits-all or even slightly automated or well-automated solutions, and attract the clients who really want individualized, high-quality coaching with good feedback. Another reason is misunderstanding of value. So some coaches believe that lower prices make their services more accessible. So I mentioned this before. So while accessibility might be important to you, it's crucial to understand that value isn't about affordability. It's about what you give versus what you get. Your expertise, your personal attention, and the results you help your clients achieve. So when you charge what you're worth, you're also able to deliver the best possible service. The last one is fear of losing clients. So this is a valid fear, of course. You worry that you're raising prices will scare off your current clients. But think about it this way: if your clients are truly benefiting from your coaching, they clearly already recognize the value in paying more for continued success. So, plus clients who appreciate and respect your value, they're the ones that are more likely to refer you to others who will do the same. So what's the bottom line? The cheapest coach isn't the best, definitely not. And the best coach is not the cheapest. So if you're underpricing your service, you're doing yourself and your clients a disservice. So I think it's, take some time to have a good look at what you're offering. Think about setting your prices more appropriately, because your expertise, time, and the results you help your clients achieve are obviously worth it. So thanks again for listening. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you again soon.